As you may remember that the Japan experienced a huge earthquake and tsunami in 2011. And that was the beginning of the introduction of the concept of ecosystem-based disaster risk reduction in Japan. After that tsunami and earthquake, IUCN and UNEP and some other colleagues organized a workshop, technical workshop in Japan to explain about the concept and the science and examples how ecosystem-based disaster risk reduction works. And we surprised to realize that the people in Japan quickly understood the importance of that concept. Partly because maybe Japan has many experiences like ecosystem-based disaster risk reduction example in the past. For example, protecting forests to prevent, to mitigate the landslide, or planting trees along the coastline to prevent coastal hazard. And so we have many examples. So people quickly understood the importance. Particularly the Ministry of the Environment wanted to work with us, and they actually established a national park along the coastline affected by tsunami to help people there to recover from the disasters. And we, IUCN, started to work closely with the Ministry of the Environment of Japan to tell that story to the other countries. At the global level and also the national level, we have seen some very big progress in terms at the policy level of the ecosystem-based disaster risk reduction. But we also experienced some challenges in terms of the implementation of the policy. And one of the challenges we recognize is the kind of lack of cooperation among the different ministries and departments in the government. For example, although the Ministry of the Environment is strongly promoting the ecosystem-based disaster risk reduction, they don't have much budget to implement. And the Ministry of Construction is still, heavily rely on the conventional gray infrastructure type of approach. And Forestry Agency is keen to use forest for disaster mitigation, but they can only work within their territories. So we need more, cooperation among the different ministries and departments. The success factor is the involvement of the local people, or the bottom-up approach, I would say. There need to be a person or organization at the field level strongly promote this type of concept. So what we need to do is to give them a proper support and information and technical support so that they can, promote this type of approach in their respective field. First thing we need to do is to share experiences among each other. So there are many good examples out there, but people just don't know. So let them inform and do encourage them to replicate those successful examples in their respective places. So that is I think one of the most useful approach we can take in northern part of Japan. That is called, the place is called Kabukuri-numa wetland, which is a Ramsar site. And and it is a wetland combined, surrounded by rice paddies. The local people there try to preserve wetland and rice paddies for migratory birds, habitats for the migratory birds. But there was a conflict between the people who love birds and farmers. And well, the important lessons we learned from that example is that importance of collaboration among different stakeholders like local government, farmers, and conservationists, and other citizens. And if they share their challenges and information, they can come up with better solutions. Eco-DRR is not just a concept. There are many examples, successful examples around there. We need to learn each other, and we need to encourage local people to replicate those good examples, so that we can scale up the ecosystem-based approach throughout the world.